Okay. So yeah, hi guys, hi Surat. So this is Surat Startups with its first web series, and we are with Amit,
Hi.
Amit Mehta from Easy5. Okay, he's also a founder of Navka Software. So we would start and asking Amit with all the introduction he can give about his startup, about himself, about the team, when was it founded, what was its mission, and everything. So you
Yeah.
can just.
Hi, thanks, Anand. In fact, it's a pleasure to be here. And hello, Surat. Of course, a lot of Surat budding entrepreneurs are coming together. And first of all, on the very outset, I would like to thank Surat startup community. They're doing such a wonderful job that it's amazing. In a city like Surat, we are finding a lot of like-minded people who are coming together for this cause. Okay, coming back to the point, talking about myself. I was earlier doing job in Mumbai with a reputed company. There were a lot of things which were coming in my mind. I wanted to start a lot of things. There were a lot of things which I thought are missing, and again, coming from a business family, you always have ideas with you. Then yeah, I shifted to Surat. I never had an idea that what I will do, but then I observed in the market that there is a lot of gap in between uh, the traditional way of doing business. Right now, people how they do business, and then e-commerce came in. So the idea through which e-commerce works is that they work on data analytics and the data of consumer. And there was nothing like that with traditional businessmen. If I'm a businessman, I've invested a lot of money in my business. I have stocks worth lakh of rupees, but then I don't know who is my customer actually. So to overcome that and to avoid the competition with the e-commerce, we thought that we should have something which helps this segment of market, and that's where Easy5 came in. Uh, I have a wonderful team. We are a startup, of course, which is 6 months old. So there's a technical team. There are people in marketing. I look after marketing and relationship management. But then, yeah, as I said, it's a startup, so we do everything. Like everybody does everything. Whenever we meet people, whenever we find anybody, we start talking about ourselves, and that is how we have actually been working.
Okay.
The vision and mission is, of course, to do something which kind of breaks the gap between doing the business and earning from the business. Solution till now we're focused on doing the business with ease, but then our idea, our vision is to do something where your business becomes easy as well as its on earning potential also increases. So that is why Easy5 came in.
Great. So I think the people who would have understood what Amit Mehta is doing and what Easy5 is doing and what Navkar is doing. Okay. So now moving on, I would like to ask, how did you came to know about Sura Startups basically?
Uh, it was, if I tell you the fact, it was almost 11:13 night. I and my wife, we have this bad habit of
Surfing.
surfing late night and together that too.
Okay.
Because we used to
And we
share
share
information. Yeah, no, we have different
Okay.
laptops, but then we share information that I find something interesting, I tell her, and I start telling her that I'm doing better than you. So in that course, she told me about the Pitch Fest event which was coming
Okay.
up, and you know, and as it happens between a husband and wife, she told me that you should be part of something like this, and I out of the blue just told her that I will take part in it as well as I'll win for you. And yeah, with the God grace, we won that also. But yeah, it was through Facebook. So again, social media played a very big role for getting this information to us.
Okay.
Uh, we were with the idea, like before knowing about the Pitch Fest, before knowing about the startups, Surat startup community itself. We were with this idea. We wanted to actually do business in this idea, and Pitch Fest was like a boon for us because that was a platform where the validation happened. We were under this impression that this is something, Easy5 is something which people may not understand or may not validate as a business model. But then when we won the Pitch Fest, when we pitched it to a lot of people, then we came to a lot of things.
Okay, cool. So now we have known that how Amit Amit went through Sura Startups and the event called Surat Pitch Fest. Then, so now we should know ki, how does your team work? What is the working culture, and what are the tools you use in your team?
Okay. As I said, we are a small team. We in total we are 7 members, and we all have their work assigned. As in, like we have our work defined, job role defined. But then, whenever we do stuff, we all sit together and we take decisions and we take changes and alterations. And even when the ideas differ, we have a lot of debates also. But then the best thing is that the whole team aggregates everything and comes out with a common solution. That is where the idea of startup I love about it, because I have the experience of corporate world also, and now I'm in the startup area also. So as a team, we work together. We have the job roles defined, but again, this is just on paper. When we sit together with the idea, the implementation, and all, everybody takes part. Everybody is the CEO. Everybody is the technician. Everybody is the
So this is
marketing
how a
person.
startup works normally.
Yeah,
Yes.
yeah, exactly. And to mention about the tools, of course, this is where we had a handover, because social media platform work very well for marketing. Then something analytics. We use Google Analytics to actually know about how people are surfing, what is the kind of data they are looking for. And in fact, the major decision which we made, that how will we get data of people in EasyFi database, was through Google Analytics, because free Wi-Fi was the word which we decided is being used severely, and that is something which can act as a hook to get data out of customers.
Okay, cool. So, which is the communication platform you use? Suppose there are startups I know who use Slack. Okay. There are startups I know who use Trello, who make sure that all the task lists are put. So, is there some tool that you can?
Yeah, we have an in-house communication dashboard of ourselves, because as I say that we are not very structured startup, as in no startup is structured. But yeah, we have our own interface because we are a technology company, and then a lot of scribbling happens. So we have our own dashboard where we have our own ideas dashboard, where every morning something new has to be given out by every member. So for EasyFi, if I
So
talk
basically,
about,
an innovation wall where people.
yeah, exactly. So, but that's in a online format.
Okay.
So even if it's a Sunday, we put something new on our dashboard, and that motivates us a lot, because and that is something which has evolved us out from what we were and what we are today.
Okay, cool. So now, what I would like to ask is, see, you have went through all this. You have a team. You have used those tools. So, what was the first experience, or what was the first feeling when you got that first sale of yours, or first client? The feeling, share the feeling, not how you made sure that.
That feeling was awesome, because to be very honest, we didn't have the product ready. Like
you're talking about
EasyFi. So the product was not in that format which was ready for market. But then we had something called the pitch, or the whole idea, which was ready. And I am always with this belief for a startup that you should start selling before making.
Okay, so that you know what are the
exactly, because being a startup, you cannot afford to go back and do the R&D and then come with something. So we had the idea, we had the concept, we brought it down on paper, we did some R&D, we did some technical demos and everything. But then again, the final product was never ready before we got our first customer. So the moment we got the first customer, what we told him is that we will give you a 7-day trial. This trial, it was new for the buyer also, and it was new for us also. So those 7 days were very crucial, because we have worked like overnight for 7 days to get that thing in place. Because every morning when the buyer used to come on the dashboard and look onto the platform of EasyFi, he has to get the feeling that this product is complete. So whatever we have
from the back end, your team knew that the product was not ready.
Exactly. Not in the sense that it was not in the structure, but what will fall where. that came out after the first sale we made.
Okay.
So yeah, the idea is always, I would like to tell this to everybody, in fact, that as a startup, you should start selling before making.
Okay. Cool. So now can you share a innovative creative strategy that you want your startup to look for, or you want other companies to look for, or you have ever thought of but you are not have implemented as of now? Any creative strategy?
On the creative strategy side, yes, I think the youth as a market segment is something which is very vulnerable, because they shift from one product to another, one technology to another in such a fast pace that to tap that market you need something which is continuously evolving out. Uh, for example, we are working on something where artificial intelligence actually. So where it adapts the appearance, the following up, and the way through which the person decides. So creative strategy, yes, of course, when you go when you start your day out from your home till you finish your day and come back to home. In between that, whatever you're doing, if you're doing something as a business, if you're hammering your customer in between that, that is the best strategy which you can get.
Okay, cool. So you implemented it into your startup as well?
Yeah, we did. We did. In fact, when we were starting EasyFi, uh, we were in talks with the automobile product, which was launching their complete new bike. And yes, of course, we had it talk in such a way that wherever the campaign poster is being put up, wherever the kiosk of that poster is being put up, we will have a free Wi-Fi.
So it was all online or something?
Yeah, it was completely online. So the people look at the poster, also they connect to the free Wi-Fi. The moment they connect to free Wi-Fi, the social media credentials of that user goes to the automobile company.
So, okay, so moving ahead, can you share your ideas, or can you share the idea behind which you started your company? What clicked that this is the solution I'm going to?
Yeah, the biggest, before starting my own startup, I made it on a safe side with myself that I started a traditional business. I started a computer peripheral trading business. What I felt there that there's a lot of gap between how I'm doing my business, because a lot of people comes with a lot of requirements to your shop or to your outlet. They need a lot of things, but then they compromise with whatever the outlet has to provide. The gap is that the outlet doesn't have any data of the user, so they cannot connect back. On that point, they are losing a big business. Because if, say, for example, you came to me, you wanted to buy something, I do not have that, and I do not have your data also, contact points also. I'm losing out my potential customer. So that was the point where I thought that there is a market which is ready, but just because there is a gap of data, I'm not getting back to the customer. So that is where we thought of EasyFi.
Okay, good. So, see, you thought of EasyFi, you also implemented, you won the prize. So, at which point you feel that no, this is the point where I should stop and I should not move away, and this is not working?
There were a lot of points. In fact, when we started, because what happens is that when you're doing something new, you are pushing people in your way, because and
They should connect you with
exactly, and not everybody is ready to accept what you believe.
Agreed.
So when we initially did the pitches and we met a lot of potential customers, a lot of feedback which was positive and negative came to us. Uh, but that was a point when we felt that whether what we are doing is right or not. But one thing which kept us moving was the team. We all felt together that this is something which will work, because we have the data ready, we have the idea ready, we have the concept, we know people are using it. It's only the structure through which we can push it to market.
Okay.
So yeah,
There were a lot of
there were a lot of up and downs. There were a lot of long nights, sleepless nights. But yes, behind all those sleepless nights, something always popped out in the morning. So every morning when I suffered a sleepless night, I came out with something where, okay, if you do this, the idea will get accepted in the market. So yeah, it went like that.
Okay, so Can you define success and failure for you? Not for your company, but for
Yeah.
you.
For me, success is, you know, I I get up early, I do my stuff. When I go back home, I have a lot of time to spend with my family. That is success because, anyways, after getting married, this is what you do. But yes, that is success because I've seen a lot of people who are running behind their goals and dreams, and they sacrifice a lot of things. That sacrifice has a big value. You know, everything comes with a cost. This is something which I've always believed. Like, you know, if you're not giving time to your family, it has a cost. So success for me is how much time you are able to give to your goals and your family. And failure is again is not actually a failure, but yes, it's a stepping stone where you know now what you do not have to do. So you
So you have a
always,
checklist that is
yeah.
this is the thing you do.
I think the best part in life can be that you should know what you have to do, but
You
it's
should
must
know
that
what
you
you should
should
not
want to do. So yeah, that is success and failure for me.
Okay. So has your personal life or has your family life been affected because you are into that?
Oh, very much. In fact, us are working. My wife and I, we leave early in the morning at 9, and she comes back early, but I go back home around 9:30. So it's almost 12:30 or 12 साढ़े 12 घंटे का run रहता है मेरा दिन भर का. So yeah, you can imagine, like, साढ़े 12 घंटे के बाद and coming out of a startup environment, when you go back home and you've been asked a lot of questions which are not from your startup but otherwise. So yeah, but then yes, mentally and for the rest of everything in your life, there's a lot of support from the family which came in. Like, there were times when I was overconfident about stuff, they pulled me down, and when there were times when I was actually down, they pushed me up. So yes, of course, there are always some bitter points and sweet points, but yes, there was a lot of support from the family. Yes.
Very, very, very good. So what? See, you told that you have a working hour of 12 to
Yes.
13 hours. Okay,
Yes.
you go to office at 9, you come back at 9:30. What do you do apart from working? What are your non-working things?
So
Reading books or something?
effectively, out of those 12 hours, I think 8.5 is something which I work. The remaining 4 hours are something which I spend with my team outside my office.
Okay.
So we go out, we look at what things are coming up, we observe people.
So that is a everyday.
That
routine.
is yeah, that's almost an everyday routine because normally we have lunch together. So we go out and we all have the bus. So we go out some shady place and we just observe people, because that has made us learn a lot of things, like what people actually want and what you are doing. So the reality gap has to be narrowed down. You can actually think of solution which is amazing, very sci-fi, and is completely different. But then the reality doesn't need that, and the base of startup has to be on that. At least in environment like Surat, because you have to survive. So you have to connect back to the market to which you are coming out. So yeah, that helps us a lot. In fact, those 4 hours are something which are the most outcome giving hours for us.
So, but that is with your team, right?
Yeah.
That is with the team.
Right.
What do you do alone? So suppose if you're with a family or if you're alone, what are the things you do?
I don't think about my business. That is
Okay.
for sure.
Okay.
That is for sure. And
You watch TV. You
no, I
you chat.
this is a norm in our house. We do not have a TV, in fact.
Okay.
So yeah, it's completely weird from my side, but my wife actually feels that this is completely okay. And it's been almost 3 years after the bachelor, but we do not have TV. So the TV box is completely out of house. Yes, we have a lot of books and chats which goes out. But then traveling and food is something which we both love.
Okay.
So every weekend we are out.
Movies.
Of course. Okay. So in Surat, there are great options which you have. But then we love to explore new cafes, restaurants, movies, and all that.
Okay.
So that
keeps you busy. Okay. So now, see, you have experienced a lot of things in the last 3 years when you started. So now, do you feel that there is a certain formula behind being an entrepreneur, you have to follow a certain formula, certain path, or you can directly become an entrepreneur without following a certain path?
No, you cannot become entrepreneur directly. Of course, you cannot define it in a formula again. So there is the midway in between. The only thing which is required is to the zeal of following your idea or dream, whatever you can say. If you think you want to do something and if you want to follow it, then there is a structure which needs to be enrooted, and that structure is the journey of entrepreneurship. So yeah, there's no formula, but what it defines is throughout the journey, how do you cross the milestones? How do you when you fall during the journey, how do you get up? And when you are running on at a full pace, how do you cover up? So yeah, of course, there's no formula. Of course, you cannot become entrepreneur just like that. But yes, that needs to be
A stability.
passion, yeah, a stability, say, or a zeal to follow that dream. I think this should be done, and it should be done in a structure. That is how startup work.
So you spoke about the process. You spoke about everything. Okay, you need to be stable. But what do you think that keeps you going? And secondly, what is your inspiration? So
Right.
there should be some inspiration that always keeps you going. So that it can be a book, it can be a person, it can be someone
Yeah,
who keeps you going.
for me, inspiration is, first I'll talk about what keeps me going. So that is my inspiration
Exactly.
also.
Yes.
What keeps me going is the fear of getting slowed down. Uh, the moment I feel that I'm lagging behind in any format, in form of technology, you say, or in form of information, or in form of even networking, like that fear of lagging behind keeps me rolling. That pushes me that okay, this week you have not met anybody, this week you have not done the things you had done. So that fear actually pushes me,
Keeps you
and
going.
that actually is the complete inspiration also,
Okay.
which I also pass on to my team, because even if they do not do anything, the startup cannot go to the level which we want.
Okay. So you do not look up to a person or someone who is your inspiration. Someone.
Yeah, we do not actually believe in following stories.
Okay. So there are a lot of entrepreneurs who follow Steve Jobs and
Yeah,
Sachin
that's
Bansal.
right. But Steve Jobs is Steve Jobs. You cannot copy a Steve Jobs. You can become a part of Steve Jobs, but then you have to do something in not at what he did, but in your way.
Cool. Cool. So you mentioned about networking, that you miss networking,
Yeah.
and you feel that you should not be lagging behind
Yes,
or
of
something.
course.
So which are the events you feel that these are the best networking events, or you feel that you would recommend people to attend those networking events?
In fact, as I stated in the earlier of the interview itself, that for Surat Startup is a community which is doing phenomenal job of connecting people, like-minded people. Of course,
There can be
your
national level
community,
events as well.
yeah, yeah. Then of course there are a lot of startup groups on LinkedIn also.
Yes.
That we follow, and we kind of communicate with them also our ideas and their ideas. But talking about specifically on Surat platform, I think again, you have Entrepreneur Cafe, you have Tech Vision, you have Startup Community, Surat Startup. These are platforms which I never thought when I came actually to Surat. I thought that I'm going to a place which is rural, and I'm looking for something to make global. But I take my words back, because today when I look back and today when I see the surrounding, I am getting a platform which equivalent to that what you get in a metro city like Bangalore or
Bombay,
Mumbai
yes.
or Delhi or Hyderabad for that matter. So yeah, it's slow, but it's working.
Okay, cool. So now you have network and you have all this thing done. So nothing would have worked out.
Right.
Suppose if we take that, nothing would have worked out. So if you had a chance to change your career, what would you have done?
Looking at the current scenario, I would have become something from entertainment industry, because that
Acting or something?
not acting actually, but yeah, something which kind of puts you in that fun joyful environment at least. Because when I look around, look at TVs and all that. But then when I go through the news and all that, so
you feel that you belong there.
Yeah, the best part is that you get away from something which doesn't belong to you. You should be in something which makes you part of that. So fun and entertainment industry is something which I think I would have connected.
Cool. So now you have chosen entrepreneurship. So can you please define or characterize your entrepreneurship journey or your life in a word itself? Only a word.
The journey.
The journey.
The journey. Because you know the start. I knew the start when I started. I knew that I'm starting. But as I said, it's a journey. So the destination, I keep making the destination in mind. But when I reach there, I still think that there's still a lot to be done. So it's always a journey. Whether we start up, we shift to another startup, we do a lot of ideas and all that. But then it's all part of journey. And as I say, the fear of lagging behind is always reduced when you are actually moving on, and that's the journey.
Cool. So now, as we are into the later stages of the interview, I would like to ask you, what are the advices that you would like to give to becoming entrepreneurs or to the existing entrepreneurs as well?
Right. First of all, is to believe in yourself. Whatever you are doing, people will come and support, people will come and oppose. But if you feel that whatever you are doing, it's right and it will get its value, then do that. Don't fear on that.
It can be anybody.
It can be anybody. In fact, I'll give you an example because it's the latest stage itself. I know a agarbatti wala who goes from door to door and sells agarbatti, and I just had a word with him that कि आपको क्या मिलता है, like selling
पैसे कमाते हैं,
पैसे कितना hard work and all that है. But what he told me is phenomenal. He says that साहब मुझे इस एरिया के 10,000 घर के लोग जानते हैं. So it's not always that what you are gaining from the physical business, what you are doing. There is always things which are related in the back of it. So if you believe that what you are doing is right, keep on doing that. Second, very technical part is the networking and updation. I think if you are from Surat, the best thing, the best push you can get is through networking. If you have a perfect network or you are part of a group which can give you a network, do not hesitate to join it. Do not hesitate what people will say, how will I fit in and all that. Just go, give your time, and that will.
It relates to all the other cities as well.
Exactly.
If you have the place to network, you can go in.
True, very true. But in cases like Surat, what happens is that
this is a small
traditional business owners are a lot of there. So a lot of people feels कि नहीं यार मेरा parental business चल रहा है, I should follow that. In that scenario, you need a group which kind of makes you feel that okay,
you belong somewhere.
Exactly. You are part of something, you have an idea, and it will work. So that is why networking. On those terms, this networking can help. And third part is the update. Even if things are not related to you, even if things are not connected to this business that you are doing, but if you are updated, you can engage people. If you sit with somebody and you can talk for at least 15 minutes with him without any topic or without any specific points of discussion, I think you are already an entrepreneur.
So these are the 3 pieces of advice you would like.
These are the 3 things.
So now, I forgot the question actually. So, okay, so you have been a part of the Solo Startups community. You have been attending the events. You have been following us. Okay. So can you please name the startups you feel that can make it big in the next coming years, or even if you have heard of an idea which is not existing or it is not a startup, you feel that it would go big someday?
I think I have been part of 2-3 sessions, and I had this opportunity to meet budding entrepreneurs of Surat there. I think remote waves is something which has got a lot of potential if executed completely in a good way. That has got a lot of potential. There is something related to satellite and robos. I'm not getting the name of that guy.
Space or something.
Space. Yes. Something. That is something which has got a complete market open for him. So that can be a perfect platform as a upcoming startup. And yeah, on the
Any idea you have heard or you think that that idea would work in startup?
for the idea part, yeah, there are few e-commerce things which I have heard.
Mhm.
But then again, they are specific to Surat, so maybe I'm not sure that they can
How
grow or
big
not. Yeah,
they can be.
but yeah, the good thing is that the community has worked a lot on the entrepreneurship building platform, and that is where kids and young adults like us who were lacking the platform to showcase their talent, to showcase their ideas, to showcase that what different they are making.
Mhm.
That has got a huge response from the startup community. Yeah.
Cool, cool, cool. So now I think this is at the latest stages of the interview. So what if you were the interviewer and you wanted to ask something?
What I would have asked is how much you earned
How much?
from the
the
startup.
community?
No, from the complete idea that you have actually worked on. Because अगर सूरत में हो तो first thing people ask is यार
How
भाई
much?
कितने का है या फिर
Okay.
कैसे चलता है.
Okay. So see, this is a very frank question. Okay. First, I would take it on a lighter note. That first, if you're talking to a girl, you should not ask what is her age. Second, if you're asking a boy, you should not ask
How
the
much
salary or how much he earns.
Exactly.
Okay.
That's why I
So I would like to answer in a lighter note that it's Surat Startups is a community which is a social community. Okay?
Right.
So the aim and the mission is always to help the communities. Okay. What we are doing is we are creating a platform, and currently there is no revenue model or no things like that. We want to earn something out of it. But in future, if we feel that it can be commercialized, we will surely do it.
Right. So that's it. Right. Everything comes with a cost.
Yes. So currently we don't have that plans, and currently we are not earning anything. But in future, I think there would be something. Or if we feel that if the city demands that, चलो ठीक है कुछ commercially करना है तो we are open for it.
Great.
So now in the end stages, I would give you a word or two words. You just have to relate it to your word, but it should be a single word itself. Okay. So the first word is Surat startup ecosystem. Just a word. Boost. Okay. Surat entrepreneurs. Okay. Surat's talent.
Awesome.
Okay. Alibaba.
Huge.
Okay. Easy Fight.
Kid.
Okay. Kid. Okay. Should name it. Okay. Flipkart. Okay. Sun Infosystems.
Innovative.
Innovative. Okay. So I have written the names. I can type it down. Okay. Tesla.
Tesla. I dream of.
Oh. Coke. Coke. People in Surat or Varasa say it's Coke. In a funny way.
Yeah. To re-engineer.
Okay. Cool. So I think we are done with the interview. Thank you very much, Amit, for coming down and sharing all the experiences we have with your entrepreneurship journey. I think this is the end of the session, and I think Amit would can say the
In fact, what I would love to say is thank you Surat and thank you Surat Startup. Thank you Anand, in fact, because taking out all the pains and connecting all the dots and getting all the entrepreneurs in one place. So yeah, keep following Surat Startup and keep following your dreams. That's it from our side.
Yeah. So I would just with the end I would just like to update what we are doing. Okay. So this was the first web series or the first part of the web series done with Amit Mehta. The next web series or the next part would come next week. Okay. But I don't know how it would come. YouTube पे आएगा live कहाँ आएगा पता नहीं. Because there were a lot of logistical issues. That is the reason we started 45 minutes late. Okay. Now coming on to the updates part. The first thing is this week we missed on that. आज सूरज स्टार्टअप्स वाला फंडा लोगों ने बहुत क्वेश्चंस पूछे पर हमारे पास टाइम था तो शायद 2 दिन में हम वी विल कंडक्ट इट. ओके. There is an event which we are doing on 16th of September, that is Failure Stories. Okay, Failure Stories is a part where we have conceptualized in such a way that there would be startup entrepreneurs who will be coming down to the seminar. They would be sharing just their failures. Okay, so it is happening on 16th of September at Bhagwan Mahavir College. Okay. And again, repetitive events we have. There is an event on 17th September. We are doing it with Ichai. So all these startups out there in Surat can contact us and they can present their ideas in the demo day. Okay, that is happening on 17th of September, 4:30 at New Bhagwan Mahaveer. Okay, now the biggest event which we are doing is Marketing Hunt. That event is happening on 23rd of October. That event is for participants or people who are good at marketing or who want to learn marketing. Okay, so you can follow us on our Facebook page, Marketing Hunt, or you can go to the website and look for all the details you need. Okay, you can register as a participant. You can also be, if you are looking for talent related to marketing, if you are looking for interns, or if you want to partner with a marketing team, you can obviously register yourself as a recruitment partner. So that's it. I would like to thank all the sponsors and all the partners we have with Surat Startup. So starting off, it is Bhagwan Mahaveer, Text Origin, How to Launch Startup, Synergy Professional Education, Abjects. I forgot, there are a lot of names. Bhagwan Mahaveer done, okay. Text Origin done, okay. Which are the names? Simba Clicks, which is the photography partner of Surat Startups. Then there is a name missing. Okay, I forgot the names. That's it. So I think I have taken all the names. So thank you. Keep following us and see you at the event. Thank you.